Alright, guys, this is the morning slash noon update video for July 23rd, 2013. Looking at the S&P 30-day 1-minute chart. Clearly there's a 1, 2, 3. Obviously there's a 1, 2, 3. And my target for 1, 2, 3, when it was back at, I made a video I believe it was July 1st. Made a video July 1st. I stated that there's a shot of a third wave. Highest target would be about 1690. You're currently trading at 1692, and the high is around 1699 in the S&P. And every time my 1.618 target hits, I tend to back away because every time I give up and buy into 1.618, I get hit by a 4 or a 2. And a 4 would be as deep as like 1660, which is about a 30-point loss if you bought here. You'd be about 30 points to the downside, and a 4 if you bought here. A 2, on the other hand, a wave 2 would be actually a lot worse. A wave 2 would be like a lot worse, like 1610. So if you're trading UPRO or something leveraged or something like with high beta, and you try to trade right now, you just decide to buy into it blindly and not even think about the consequences of buying this at 1.618, I bet you if I bought right now, they'll hit me with a 4 or 2. I guarantee if I bought here, they'll say, oh, Ted's buying, he's being stupid again. And then we're gonna smack him really hard. That's what happens to me. Like when I get too impatient, I give up. Okay, I'm gonna blindly buy into this. The last time I blindly bought into a third wave, last time I bought when I knew it was high of the target, last time I did that was a TNA trade, which went. It was the worst trade of the year. Okay, it was just the worst trade of the year by far. It was about a $20,000 loss. I think it was 18 to 20,000. I don't remember, but it was a big loss, very big loss. And over the course of the next couple of weeks after that trade, though, I think it's 2 or 3 weeks after that trade, I made it all back. It was no problem. I mean, I'll have like a minor blip like that occasionally, but not that much. If I do get a blip like that, it's maybe like I don't know, maybe 8 to 10% loss at most. Like that's the absolute maximum. And maybe 8%, 6 to 8% is like the most I'm willing to lose. I'm not into 20% losses or like anything bigger than that because I know traders do that. But right now, like I said, the last time I gave up and bought into top of the third wave, immediately there's a deep, huge, fast 2, a really large 2 that hit me. So if you don't like how patient I'm really being really patient. It's been about the last trade I made was about 7 days ago. I know it's been a long time, but the reason why I'm not trading this pattern is because, like I said, last time I gave up on a pattern, man, they hit me so fucking hard that that it was like 8% loss. It was gigantic. I was like, shit. It was a very, very big loss. But then, of course, I made it all back with no problem, and more, plus a lot more. So I'll have those little corrections of my trading, which are very rare. I'll have these little minor corrections of my trading, and then it'll revert back to where everything is and back to the mean. But anyway, for the Dow, the highest target was actually, let me see, about 15,800. That was my highest target for the Dow. And based on this chart, it's got the wave 1, wave 2, and 3 pattern. And yes, it's pretty obvious as a 3. I said it was a pretty obvious 3. It's pretty obvious right now that we're at a 3 right now, but we're near the top of 1.618 in the Dow and S&P. So I'm definitely going to back off here. The NASDAQ. Oh yeah, that's almost a zigzag now. Yeah, NASDAQ is actually correcting ahead of the Dow and S&P right now. I noticed that. Yeah, NASDAQ has corrected ahead of it. So if NASDAQ slumps here, maybe Apple's earnings might be bad. I mean, it is Apple. Apple is not a good stock anymore. It really isn't. It's really not a good stock anymore, to be honest. Unless it can bottom out here, but it's been a rough ride for most Apple investors. Really, really rough ride. So, but if Nasdaq does correct here in a zigzag, target would be about, let's see, 35, 40, 35, 40. So the worst case is that Nasdaq drops in a C or 3, and S&P and Dow follow. So at this point, just fucking be patient, okay? Be patient, because I'm telling you, remember the last time I gave up on a trade? I gave up on a third wave. It was right on my target. I bought TNA right at the very peak of a third wave, and then all of a sudden, it was like, so yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I do not want that to happen again. So bear with me.